Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my old and new subbies. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Before we get started, guys, I just want to apologize. I know I've been an MIA for about a week and a half, but that's because I did a big mistake. A good one, but a big one. I scheduled 3 videos for the same weekend, and I totally dropped the ball and missed that. I don't know how I did it, but I did. So to honor those commitments, I did take a week and a half off just so I could bring the content to you guys. So trust me, you guys will be inspired. So set those reminders for today. Well, you're already here with me for tomorrow. 6:30 and 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All right. So as the thumbnail showed, I am going to be doing some DIYs using the Dollar Tree palettes. Before we get into the gist of it, guys, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, just because you know how I feel about those comments. Now, guys, here is the good part. I am collabing with my good friend Aurea from DIY with Aurea. It's a first time collab for us, so go by, show her some love, and tell her I said hello. I'll be over to see what she has going on for you guys. I have 3 DIYs for you guys today. So I'm going to start with these 4 hanging palettes from Dollar Tree. I did remove strings off, the hanging strings off of 2 of them, guys, and I did leave 2 on the top. I wanted to do that because I thought it'd be a little interesting to have 2 hangers opposed to 1. I don't really know how that's going to play out, because in the final reveal I am just going to have it as a leaner, but hey, it's something to play around with. What you see I'm doing here is I'm just marking off the position for each one of these, just because, as we all know, Dollar Tree does not create their products equally. So I had to line them up for the best fit for one another. And I'm just going to go in with some of my Americana stain. It is in the oak color, and I really love the oak stain because it's not too dark and not too light, and it just gives you that nice tint that you're looking for when you're not trying to go too heavy. And so I was originally going to leave these in its original state, but I opted not to, and you guys will see why in just a few seconds. Now, I'm going to adhere these using some of my permanent adhesive by Gorilla Glue. I did not put any wood glue on here. I did use some hot glue to bind it in the back, but not to put it together. The reason for that is because, again, as I mentioned earlier, they were not lining up the best. So I just decided, you know what, I'm going to put this on the back, add some of the popsicle or crafting sticks to the back with the hot glue and the long-term adhesive, and that will secure this piece perfectly. But for combining them together, I'm only using that long-term adhesive because it gives me minimal seepage. And that's what you see I'm doing here. I am loving this, the way it's coming together, because we are going to be doing some decoupage. What? Shocker. All right, I got this beautiful paper. It's called Lady Bunny. I love that name. I got it from decor.napkins.com. What you see I'm doing here, guys, is I just used my water pen that I picked up from Dollar Tree to separate it. Now, you can totally tear this because rice paper is a lot more forgiving than actual napkins or tissue paper. So, but I still like to use my water pen because I don't want to accidentally rip too much and it just comes off looking kind of funky. And I just do that all the way around. Now, I have to give a special shout out to decoragenapkins.com because I am an affiliate with them. First of all, let me tell you guys that if you're interested in this paper, guys, I will have my code in the description box below, so definitely check them out. They're very affordable, especially their napkins and rice paper. The rice paper is only like $2.30, and the more you get, the more discount you get, and sometimes you get free shipping and handling. So I will have that for you guys in my description box below, along with Aurea's information. I don't think I said that. Oh my goodness, I think I did, but if I didn't, her information in my box below, guys. Stop by, tell her I said hello, okay? But I wanted to give them a shout out, decoragenapkins.com, because when I made this order, they accidentally sent me the wrong sheet. And so I was a little worried that, you know, I probably wouldn't get this in time for my video. So I did. I sent them an email. They replied, guys, in less than like 6 hours, okay? And it was a personal email. It was not a do not reply email, which I loved. And they apologized for the mistake. I was just simply inquiring on how could I return the wrong one back to them to get the right one back without having to pay for that shipping and handling. They told me please to keep it and that they would send it out right away. They sent it out. I got it less than a week. Woohoo to that. And not only did they do that, they sent me 4 sample sheets that I had sitting in my cart. So, oh my gosh, that just made my heart smile. And this is why I'm very selective about who I affiliate with or who I, market their products on my channel for this very reason. So they have a long time relationship guaranteed with me. So what you guys see that I did here, I went in with some of my burnt umber paint by Apple Barrel, and I just went in heavy distressing around the edges of this frame. And I did that intentionally because I knew the darkness of that would really make this picture pop. And oh my goodness, didn't it? I love this. I really, really love the rustic, charming vintage look of this. Like, it's just so beautiful, and my camera is not doing it justice. Now those little embellishments or embroidery pieces, I'm not really sure what they're called. I forget because I had them in my stash for over a year and I never knew what to do with them, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and incorporate them here because as you can see where I connected the 4 palettes, the middle section is a little bit thicker than the others, so I kind of wanted to break that up a little bit, and this is how I thought to do that. Now also with that frame, I was going to put it on the inside, the picture on the inside, but I didn't like the way it looked against the palette, and I opted to put it on the back, and I like that. Now also, you can also, if you ever work with rice paper, I could have totally put this on the palettes themselves, and I think that would have looked absolutely gorgeous. But guys, I did not want to rip up this paper anymore. Like, it took me a good 5 minutes before I actually was like, okay, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and, rip the paper off. I was like ripping off a band-aid. I was like, I don't want to do it. Oh man. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I followed my mind and did it. And now I'm just going in with some of these pearl, they're like rose pearl embellishment or stickers that I picked up from Daiso. And Daiso is a store here in California that's equivalent to Dollar Tree Plus. Their price point starts at $1.75 and goes up to, I think, $16. I've never paid it that much for any of their products, but I think that's where it caps off. But they're equivalent to a Dollar Tree Plus. Now they also have these cute pearl letters, guys, and they only had 1 pack, so of course I snatched them up, and so I was limited in the words that I could put, so I just opted to do springtime. Now I am doing them on either side of the frame here, and I know it's not probably showing up that great on camera right now, but you will be able to see it in the final reveal. Now I know I probably went overboard with all the pearl embellishments, but I really felt like it needed because it was getting a little on the more darker side in areas, and I wanted to break that up in some way because I was originally going to add in some colored flowers, and it's not too late to do that, but at the same time I just really wanted it to be about the picture. So let me know what you guys think, if this was too vintage, if I did way too much on it, but I really love it. I have to say, I just love it, and I can't wait for you guys to see the close-up, the details of the picture. It's just absolutely stunning. Now what I did here too, I felt like the smaller roses from that pack was a little too big, so I do opt to go with some other pearl style embellishments, which is going to be like little hearts and a little bow tie for her, and it's still pearlish, I know, but they were a lot smaller, so I feel like they were just a little less aggressive in my opinion. But again, I welcome you guys' feedback. You guys are so open and honest with me, and I truly, truly appreciate it. And that's just about it for this project, guys. And we're going to go ahead and take a little closer look at that. And we did not hear from our winner, Miranda. So second place runner-up, Brenda, it's you, girlfriend. So reach out to me via email or through Instagram so you can claim the goodie box. It's all yours. If you do not respond by the 22nd, it will go to the 3rd place person. All right, so next up, I'm taking some of the fence-like palettes from Dollar Tree, and I have this little oval shape that had some like daisies around it. That came from Hobby Lobby. I did get this Hello Spring stencil off of Amazon, but I am going to be using some of the chalk paste from Chalk Couture. Now, I am part of the Chalk Couture monthly club, and I do get sample, well, not sample paints, I get paint with each stencil that I get each month. I'm not affiliated with them, I'm just part of the club. So if you're ever interested in that, definitely check them out. If you want to just sample with it, definitely get the ones off of Amazon. The only thing is, I don't have a problem with using the stencils off of Amazon, you know, but I always say you get what you pay for. And because they do come in a little less expensive, they're not as high in quality as the ones you get from Chalk Couture. So you definitely get bleeding. Now, it could totally be user's error, which could be May. You know, I say May's error because I'm the, you know, I'm usually the error to every situation. But it gives a lot of bleeding, and this one was no different. I did go in and I tried to clean it up with the white paint. However, I was packing on so much paint in the little spaces, and because the font was so fine, it was just starting to not look great, and I didn't have another one of these. So what I decided to do was go in and just do a light distressing on it. I really did not want to distress this piece. I really wanted just that clean crispness of it, and unfortunately, you know, it just wasn't the case, and we had to save the project. So it didn't take away from the integrity at all. I absolutely loved it. I did the same colors for these little wooden flowers that I got from Hobby Lobby. I did use the color paint Fern for the leaves, and then I used the true color of the burnt umber for the stem of the flower. Now I'm going in with some acrylic embellishments that I had in my stash. I want to say they came from Hobby Lobby. I think they did, and they're just some little sunflowers, different color ones, and I just thought it'd be super cute and playful to put these on here. And I just really love the way this piece came out. Like, it just screams spring to me. Even though we're still in winter in California, we, you know, obviously we only have 2 seasons here. We don't really experience winter, but it has been pretty cold by California standards the last few weeks, and we had a serious rainstorm prior to me, well, while I was doing this video. So it was good to have the rain. I love the rain, but it was super cold. What's cold? My toes were cold, y'all. It was cold. And so I just decided, you know, it needed just a little pop of color. So I decided to take this bunny and this butterfly that I had in my stash. It did come off of a garland that I picked up from Dollar Tree some time ago, and I thought, you know, this would just help tie into those little acrylic flowers that I added here. And I love this piece, guys. You have to let me know what you think about it. I think it's so springy and cute. Oh, I guess oh yeah, I'm still adding in more little embellishments. So I'll just let you guys watch that part. So you guys can just let me know, how's everything going with you guys? How's everything? Are you guys ready for spring? I know I really shouldn't even be talking about how cold it is, seeing all the snowfall and everything in the Midwest and on the East Coast. So don't come for me, guys. Don't beat me up. I said by California standards, it was freezing. Like the day of this video, it's going to drop down to 41. And to my toes, that's really, really cold, y'all. It really is. And I'm not a cold person. I don't get cold easily. But since, you know, I've been going through this whole pause of life, all kind of stuff been going on with me, so I do get a little more a lot more chilly than I normally would. But oh yeah, so let me know what's going on, guys. All right, so we're gonna jump into the final project of today, guys. So off camera, I did paint this, I guess, more rectangular shape palette. I did go in with the Fern color by Waverly, and I did some heavy distressing using their white paint. I also picked up these eggs that came 2 in a pack from the 99-cent and more store, and I wanted to make an egg sconce. Yes, you guys heard me right. We're gonna make an egg sconce, okay? Because I'm May, and that's what we do on this channel. I picked up this beautiful cardstock or crafting paper from Hobby Lobby. I love the bunnies on here. I think they just tied well into the whole vintage theme of the first project. I did the colors, that palette in that color to match the green in this particular picture, and I think we got it spot on, guys. Next, what you see I'm doing is I'm taking a wood-shaped egg. I believe these came from Dollar Tree. If they didn't, they came from Hobby Lobby, but I'm almost certain they did come from Dollar Tree, like 6 or 8 in a pack. And I'm just feeling around it. I'm just outlining with my fingers because I'm going to go in and just cut the shape of it out. Now, I could have totally flipped this over and just, you know, outlined it with a pencil, but I wanted to make sure I captured the full picture of that bunny. Okay, and so I did cut it. It wasn't perfect, guys, but I cut it, and that's all that matters. It got cut. But we're gonna decoupage or glue this on using the purple Elmer's glue stick. Now, I do love using glue sticks when I'm using cardstock or crafting paper, opposed to using like the liquid medium such as Mod Podge, just because with Mod Podge you get all the wrinkling when you're using cardstock, whereas with the glue stick the wrinkling is minimal, and it's just, it looks better in my humble opinion, and it adheres better as well. Now I'm just going in with my brayer, and I'm just making sure to press out all those lumps and bumps and bruises and all the little bubbles that come with it. Then I'm taking my zip sander, removing the excess, just because we want that nice clean edge. Sorry, I'm out of frame. I do bring it back when I realize it. And there you have it, guys. Isn't that just the cutest little bunny? I love bunnies. Don't you love bunnies? I love everything. As Tracy mentioned to me, she like, May loves everything. I do. I love it. I love y'all. I love y'all, lovies. I love y'all for loving me. I love you guys. Even if you didn't love me, I still love you guys. So next, I'm taking my hot glue gun and I'm just pressing that into the bottom of the egg to create a hole so I can go ahead and feed my fairy lights through that. Because again, like I said, we're making egg sconce or wall sconce, whatever, in the shape of an egg. That's what we're doing. And I just used one of my weeding tools to just open that hole up a little bit, and I start feeding the fairy lights through the back of it, as well as through the little slit in the palette, because that's where we're going to put the battery pack. And this particular set of fairy lights I did get off of Amazon some time ago. It came about, I think like 12 or 15 in a pack, something like that, for a few bucks. Then I'm taking some of these miniature cubes from Dollar Tree that you can get in the Crafter Square section. I glued those in, and that's just going to be the balancer for the wooden egg, because if I was to stick the egg all the way in there, the lights would not come through how I wanted them to. I didn't want a huge bright light, but I wanted enough of it to really add a nice little glow. Now, this is not going to light up a whole hallway or room or anything. It's just going to give you a nice subtle glow. Okay. And so once I do that, I go ahead and just glue the little wood egg on there. Now here you will see I am going to add the topping to this in a few seconds, but I also had this little Hello Spring cut out that it came in a pack, I think of like 6 from Hobby Lobby. And then I had some of this purple or lavender reindeer moss. It actually had 3 shades of purple in it, and I picked that up from Michael's a couple years ago on clearance. And this is where I cover it up, and I'm going to add in some flowers. I'm not sure where I got the flowers, and you really could use any, but I opted for these because they do have both the green and purple or lavender shades in it, and you can't really tell on camera, but it looks really gorgeous. This is so pretty. It came out way cuter than I thought it would. I'm adding in just a little bit of jute twine because again, it's going to hang on the wall, but you can also do it as a shelf sitter if you want. I did put the egg down low enough for that. And here I was trying to figure out where I wanted to put that Hello Spring, but you guys will see I opted to take the facing off because you really couldn't see the picture the way I wanted you to, and I'm so glad I did. Now, to cover up the edges of that egg, I just go in with some of my braided jute twine, guys, and that is it. Okay, look how pretty that came out. You can even see the little hint of glow right there. But we have the final reveal coming up right now, guys. And if you're still here taking the ride with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know if you had a favorite of today, guys. Don't forget to stop by Aurea's channel. Tell her I said hello. Her information is in my description box below. I know you guys will be very pleased with her work. I have worked alongside her in other open collabs. We've just never did a one-on-one. And I know you guys will love what she brings for you today. Tell her I said hello, and I'll be over her way. Guys, also please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. You know how I feel about the comments. We're getting so close to being to 5,000, and I would love to get there by Easter if we can. So I know you guys can make it happen. because I know how much you love me, and you know how much I love you. Brenda, don't forget to reach out to me, girl, to claim your box. It's all yours. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Aurea. I'll see you in a few minutes, girlfriend. And guys, until the next video, be safe, be kind, and happy crafting your days away. Hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.